What's up guys? Keeping your body mobile in Jiu-Jitsu is important. That's why me and my good friend Kieran Lefebvre have created a 30-day follow-along mobility routine tailored specifically to improving your Jiu-Jitsu performance and safety on the mats. And if that wasn't awesome enough, we've teamed up with X Marshall to give away to 3 lucky people this epic prize pack. All that you have to do to take part in this 30-day Jiu-Jitsu mobility challenge is check out the link in the description or the pinned comment. So let's get started with the routine with Kieran.
Welcome to the 30-day Jiu-Jitsu mobility challenge. My name's Kieran Lefebvre, and for the next 30 days, I will be your Jiu-Jitsu mobility instructor. Every session in this challenge is designed specifically toward improving an area or a facet of your Jiu-Jitsu. Today, day number 1, is focused around guard retention and improving your knees to chest. So come up with me into a deep squat. Your squat should start with your feet approximately shoulder width apart or just outside of shoulder width apart. I'm focusing on keeping my feet as straight as I can. But as you can see, mine aren't super parallel, but that's okay. I'm working with the best that I have. Now, throughout the next 30 days, I'm going to be using this squat position as a test retest because it is a really good way of testing your ability to get your knees to your chest, which is directly applicable to guard retention and guard in general in Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of movements in Jiu-Jitsu have to do with getting your knees to chest, particularly when you're in bottom position. So this is a reoccurring theme. So in this position, as you can see me doing, and throughout any of these follow-alongs, if you need to have a cheeky little look at the screen to see what I'm doing, feel free. And if you need to come in or out of any position, have a rest, feel free to do so. But as I'm talking, just move and groove and push your elbows into your knees here, opening up your hips and seeing how you feel. As I mentioned, this position really simulates getting your knees to chest in a guard. However, obviously, because we're in a squat, we have weight, a lot more weight on our feet, running through our feet than you normally would on your back, particularly when someone is on top. Just move and groove, see how you feel. We're gonna I'm introducing you to this mobility practice in stages. And if this is a bit easy and you're like, where's the mobility? It's definitely gonna get more challenging, particularly over the next 30 days. So hang in there. Okay, so now we're gonna do what I call the deep squat and reach. So resume your deep squat position. If your heels are up off the mat, that's okay. Over the next 30 days, I'm going to get them onto the mat and improve your deep squat. But from here, what we're going to do is we're going to do a squat and reach. So assume your best squat position. Your back can round, it's totally fine. And then with your left hand, you're going to reach out as far as you can in front of you. If you need to, send your right hand back to counterbalance. But I really want you to reach in as far as you can. Take nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth or your nose as I'm talking. And swap over. Now we're going to reach out with our left hand out to the side. Use your right hand as counterbalance if you need to. And to the right now. Okay, so put both hands on the mat, come up onto your knees. And I want you to send your left foot back up onto your toe and lunge your right foot up next to your right hand. If you would like to, you can place your hand on your foot. And this is what I call the long lunge. So up on your toes on your left foot, up on your foot here next to your hand, or place your hand on your foot with your right leg. And what I want you to do is just groove into this position. So opening out, pushing your knee out and sink deep into your hip. What this movement is going to assist with, again, is being more comfortable with this knees to chest. By having our knee on the mat in this deep, long lunge position, it enables us to get into positions that normally we would struggle with if we were loaded, if we had weight, a lot more weight running through our foot. This is a safe way to really get your knee up to your chest and open up your hips to make it a little bit easier for your hips to move and glide and do all the things that we need them to do to perform various different jiu-jitsu movements. So continue to move and groove into this position. If you feel something that is particularly tight or has your attention, that is totally fine. I want you to hang out in that position, really be active here and push into different rays, different vectors, and find what is restricted. Now, if you have a look at what I'm doing here, I'm actually twisting into the position. This does two things. It opens up my hip flexor on my left-hand side and gives me a nice little stretch running down the left-hand side of my body. And it also enables me to get different looks in on this hip on the right. Excellent. So now place both hands on the mat in front of you, lift up onto your toe, send your right foot back into this plank position and bring your left foot up into a deep lunge. Return the right knee to the mat and we're gonna work the same thing on the left-hand side. Remember what we did at the start is we just moved and grooved into this position, feel it out, see where you're at compared to your right side. It is perfectly common for your right and left sides to be different. You're gonna have one preferred side, or think about it as an analogy. When you're drilling a new technique, you're always gonna have one side that's better than the other, or one side that's good and the other side that's your white belt side. Unless you are a white belt, then every side's your white belt side. No hate for the white belts. But really, I want you to move and groove into this position. Just pulse in, give yourself little twists, twist in toward your knee. Your left side here. Feel that stretch down into your right hip flexor. Maybe you don't feel it and that's okay. There's going to be plenty of hip flexor action over the next 30 days. As I find that hip flexors for jiu-jitsu players are some of the most tight and can be the biggest restriction, enabling you to get into a good guarded position or good knees to chest position. Excellent. Okay, now place both hands out in front of you on the mat or wherever you're doing this mobility practice. Lift up onto your toe, send your left foot back into a plank position. Return to both knees here. Now, I want you to go into this long seated position here and just wiggle your legs, get some blood flow back into your legs. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the right hand side. Have your right leg out in front of you and your left leg is going to be ratcheted behind you. Now, if you need to have a look at the video here, I'm using my left foot to drag my leg out straight, and I have my right leg out at a 90-degree angle in front of me. I want to stay nice and tall here. I don't want you to collapse. This is a modified pigeon position. Now, the goal here is to be active through my front leg and lift as much weight off my hands as I can. This way, we're taking a static position and making it active. This positioning of the legs, particularly with my left leg trailing out behind me, is very similar to a lot of jiu-jitsu style positions. So this has a direct correlation to your jiu-jitsu. Think about it like if I was to come up onto my right leg here, I would be coming up for a single leg or something like that from a seated guard. But for now, I want you to use your front leg and drive as much weight as you can into the mat to keep weight off your hands. So your hands shouldn't come off the mat here, but your fingertips should be light. With my upper body, I'm trying to stay as straight as I can. I don't want to allow my leg to twist me I want to stay nice and tall and nice and straight. If it helps, imagine that you have an eye bolt running through the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone to keep your back nice and neutral, nice and straight here. So we're going to keep actively pushing into the mat, into the floor with my front leg. This is a reminder to keep on breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth or your nose as I'm waffling on and giving you instructions. Couple more breaths here. And swap, release out. Bring your left leg out in front of you into that 90-degree posture and your right leg goes behind. A reminder, use your right foot now to ratchet your right leg straight out behind you. Your hands on the mat, just outside of your leg, fingertips on the mat, square up your upper body so that you're as straight as you can, nice and tall, chest proud, head up, eye bolt running from the top of your head to your tailbone and drive your knee into the mat to create an active movement. So we're taking a static position and making it active. Again, imagine this position being relevant, I should say, to Jiu-Jitsu from sitting up from guard. Being comfortable in this position and having power available to us in this position is going to help us explode up from the mat into a takedown or various different other positions that your leg can be rotated in this way, particularly when we are guarded or we're coming up from a seated guard. So a reminder to drive your knee into the mat, drive your leg into the mat, take as much weight off your hands as you can. You should feel this all the way deep into your hip, even in your hamstring. Give me a couple deep breaths here. And release. And have your both legs out in front of you now. Shake your legs, get some blood flow back in. And that is it. You made it. You survived day number 1. Today was all about improving your guard and improving the movement associated with guard and guard retention. Stay tuned for the rest of the days, the rest of the 30-day Jiu-Jitsu mobility challenge. If you stick with it, I guarantee that you're going to see benefit both on and off the mats.
All right, thank you, Kieran, for that. That was awesome. To check out the rest of the 30-day challenge, head on over to Kieran's channel. All right, thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. If you're still here, please leave a comment or fist bump, and I'll see you guys next time.